The third person is Advocate Mbobu.
Yes.
I am sure that the killers of Jack will be brought to book. I am hoping that they will be brought to book.
Hiya guys, back to our YouTube channel. Venye tu tunaongea saizi, mambo sio mazuri hapa nchini Kenya. Na nilikuambia guys, hakuna kitu kitakuwa kinafanyika kwa hii serikali ya President William Samoei Arap Ruto then tukose kutambua in less than 24 hours. Tutakuwa tunajua ni kwa nini imefanyika, ni nani amejaribu kufanya. A prominent lawyer aliweza kupigwa marisasi yesterday usiku kwa mkia leo hadi akamaliziwa pale. Na huyu jamaa, what I'm going to tell you or to reveal to you, then you are going to be shocked. Ndio utakuja kutambua ya kwamba William Ruto akijaribu ku hide anything, then huku inajaribu kufichuka. So kumaanisha ni wakati za William ama ni nyakati za William Samoei Arap Ruto kustop kufanya mambo ya uhalifu hapa nchini Kenya. Ni wakati wake wa kustop. I can tell you. You see guys, huyu jamaa ambaye amepigwa marisasi na kuuawa, and I'm going to tell you ni nani ajaribu kumpiga marisasi na ni kwa nini. Huyu jamaa anaitwa Mbobu. Huyu jamaa, kabla tuangalie amepigwa aje na alikuwa wapi, I want to play to you something here. Kumbuka Wafula Chebukati guys, alikuwa former IEBC chairman. Na huyu jamaa mwenye tunaongea saizi aliwezwa kupewa sumu ya kumfanya awe tu amelazwa kwenye ICU hadi wakati wake ambao Mwenyezi Mungu aliamua kumchukua. Unaona watu wangu, na ni kwa nini alipewa hiyo sumu? Ili asijaribu kutoa evidence. Raila Odinga ndo alishinda ama President William Samoei Arap Ruto? Jio wakati mambo yalikuwa yanakuja vibaya tena zaidi. So huyu jamaa akapewa sumu akaanza kugonjeka tu immediately. Hata hizo ndo alihongwa azikumsaidia, na hii ni message inaendea kwa Ethekon, current IEBC chairman, ambaye ameappointiwa na President William Ruto venye tunaongea saizi. Unaona watu wangu? Now, tunaingia pale. Wakati ambapo Wafula Chebukati alikuwa grilled kwa hii mambo ya wizi wa kura, Chebukati alitaja 3 people. Na hao majamaa, huyu Mbobu alikuwa kwa hiyo kikosi. Na hiki kikosi inasemekana kwamba ili visit huyu Wafula Chebukati kwake manyumbani ili waweze kumconvince a change results ziweze kusema kwamba Raila Odinga ndo mshindi. You are going to be shocked and I'm going to play to you. Mtu wa kwanza alikuwa huyu jamaa ambaye ameuawa. Huyu ni prominent lawyer. Unaona watu wangu? City lawyer. Wa pili Rafael Tuju. Wa tatu Amos Wako, alikuwa senator wa Busia County. Na huyu jamaa ameserve kama Attorney General in 24 years. Amos Wako. Mambo yamechemuka watu wangu. And show me like video na nasema thanks for your great support. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. You see guys, nilikwambia wakati kitu inafanyika usirush. Jaribu kusikiliza kwanza, jaribu kufuatilia kabisa ili uweze kutoka na ukweli. Unaona watu wangu? Now tunaangalia Wafula Chebukati is trying to reveal kwa nini hao majamaa waliweza kumvisit. Kumbuka pia election tunaelekea 2027. Na hawa majamaa wameanza kumalizwa. Angalia.
The result is not invalidated by failure of an agent to sign.
It's not invalidated.
Yes.
Right. Now we go to 83. You've talked about that. I'll not go there. We go to 84 so that I need to finish. 84, you talk about going to the podium. Kindly explain.
So we walk to the auditorium.
Yes.
I and the commissioners present and CEO and the team And immediately I sat down. A whole team of people now rushed to the pavilion and accosted us.
Now, because this is an unprecedented situation, the arrangement at the podium, who had prepared it? The sitting arrangement?
The arrangement was done by us. We remember head committees.
Yes.
One of the committees, security, and the other one for the tallying center. So all this was done by the commission, but we don't manage security. Security is managed by the National Police Service. So, but then everybody rushed to the where we were, where I was seated with the commissioners, and the next thing we saw was chaos.
It was chaos?
Yes.
And during the chaos, I know you've talked about being injured. I will not go there. Something interesting happened about, as related to where Commissioner Masit was. Can you explain that?
Yeah, after the security was overrun and we managed to scamper to safety, back into the holding room. In the holding room, we discovered Professor who had been injured, was bleeding. And Marijan also had injuries on the head, he was bleeding. I and Commissioner Molu had suffered some injuries, but not so serious. When we settled down, then we saw there was a meeting of 4 commissioners at Serena.
You are chairman of a commission?
Yes.
And you are saying you are injured?
Yes.
Right. I just want to take very few seconds to play a clip, Mr. Chair and members, so that we just play it once, and then I ask the next question.
Okay. Party.
And did Azimio have a presidential candidate?
Yes, it had a presidential candidate and also a chief agent.
They had a chief agent?
We had agreed that any issues which involves candidates should be raised by chief agent.
All right. So
yes.
This is somebody from the Azimio camp. There was a senator also.
Yes, Senator Amos Wako, former Attorney General, was also in the group.
All right.
Among the 3 people.
Okay, let me not mention my colleague. Now, these people, you are saying...
Excuse me. You can't choose whom to mention, whom not to mention. So
okay, very well. So choose the third person.
It's not me.
Very well. The third person?
The third person is Advocate Mbobu.
Yes.
Who introduced himself as such. Yes.
Introduced himself as an advocate.
Yes.
Right. Now, you then say that the attempt was to discuss tallying and results.
Unaona watu wangu, and that's why I can tell you that huyu jamaa, it is just a setup. It is just a setup. William Ruto is planning to extend term limits. Hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza. And I want you to listen. Ndiposa tusikize jinsi ambavyo huyu jamaa amepigwa marisasi usiku wa kuamkia leo in Nairobi County. You are going to be shocked watu wangu. Na usisahau uko like. Sikiza kwanza.
Just to try and ensure that this issue of boundaries review is sorted out in the correct manner. Do you think it's possible?
Maybe just to soften a bit. You know, the reason why we have parliament is apart from making laws and all the other functions that are enshrined in our constitution, part of it is amending the constitution. That is the mandate of parliament. And in so doing, in the amendment, it is governed by Article 255, 256, and 257, the various forms it can take. The articles we are dealing with, especially the one delimitation of boundaries, Article 89, Article 88, are not subject to the ones that have been stated. You know, there are some sections, some articles of the Constitution that you can only amend through a popular initiative, through a referendum. And they are well stated in Article 255. Part of it is what my senator was talking about, the term limit of the president. There is no way Parliament can wake up and amend the Constitution to increase the term limit of the president. So if you look at Article 255, it is well stated, and there are quite a number of things that cannot be done, including the Bill of Rights, including the functions of Parliament, including the devolved structure, the independence of the judiciary, and those commissions that are stated in Chapter 15. So it is well stated. So given that Article 89, which is now bringing problems between 8 and 12 years, we have already passed that because of issues that were beyond our control. That is the lack of the commission. So it is incumbent when the House comes on recess that we amend that section of Section 89, I think Part 1, to increase, it's just increasing the swap, but it is not a lot of English. It is saying that from 8 to 12. So we can say from 8 to 15.
So it is possible?
It's possible. Yeah. In fact, we can do it, when are we resuming? We are resuming on 23rd. We can do it within 2 months. We have, so long as we raise 2/3 in both houses, in the Senate and in because it is a national issue, we can raise. There is a one we have raised, the 2/3, the one that is in the Senate.
Now that you mention
CDF issue.
I can see the Senate has issued a statement on the same.
Yes.
That dismissing reports of planned amendment to the Constitution to extend the presidential term limit for 5 to 7 years. This is a Senate.
But you see, in Timulia, you know, sometimes also the media, you exaggerate issues.
Is it really?
Even when you know, you know, when you say the Senate wants to amend the term limit of the president, why don't you read Article 255? Article 255 is very clear. The only people who can amend the term limit of the president is Kenyans themselves through a referendum. So when this that now becomes a Senate, and you go publishing on headlines, as if you never went to school.
Probably it's because
or English
the bill is still alive within the Senate.
Or English has become the Kericho way of analyzing. So let us also, as media, we become sensitive and tell whoever is coming with the propaganda that your propaganda is flat-footed, because the Article 255 is very clear. You can only amend the term limit of the president through a referendum. And if Kenyans wishes to extend the term limit of the president, so be it. It can be done through a parliament.
Presents an amendment bill live in the Houses of Parliament, then Kenyans will take that up.
By the way, you know, sometimes you take jokes a bit too far. So when you publish there and you have gone to school, and you say that the Senate wants to extend the term limit.
Even the senators have gone to school. The same ones presenting bills to the House.
No, but it is clear.
We cannot dismiss the senator of Nandi as having not gone to school. He's a lawyer.
You know,
you know why they do that?
In Muli.
Because they know you'll put it on the headline, you'll have made his name.
Right.
I have come here and I've said there are some things you should be very serious about.
May I read you Article 255? Article 255(1). A proposed amendments to the Constitution shall be enacted in accordance with Article 256 or Article 257 and approved in accordance with Clause 2 by a referenda if the amendment relates to any of the following: A, the supremacy of the Constitution; B, the territory of Kenya; C, the sovereignty of the people; D, national values, principles of governance referred in Article 10(2) A to D; E, Bill of Rights; F, the term of office of the president. Can I stop there?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Thank you for that. And I think the matter can rest. We can allow the matter to rest here. Thank you for that clarification, Bwana Kiplagat. I want us to move to another discussion. And this entire week, we've been looking at the 3 years of President William Ruto.
Force majeure in law. That is, you can also call it act of God. Say, for example, for whatever reason, we have the second Tuesday of the 5th year on the 8th, on the 8th month. That is what the Constitution says we should have the election, right? Now, what if Kenya is at war? Are we saying we can't change that? So we have a situation where facts being presented to court, as into the inability on a practical level to comply. The court, we live with these judges. They don't live in mass, you know. They don't live in wherever. We live with them, and they know. So I'm taking this example. The same Vita elections are held as it is now, and we have a new member of parliament, or the same Mheshimiwa Machele retains, and then somebody wakes up and says, no, this should have disappeared, so he goes to court. Fine, I mean, everybody has a right to go to court. They have even sued God in court. Yeah? And then when we reached court, you say, no, let us take this, let's declare this election nullity. Fine. And they will also, the other side will be given an opportunity. Okay, we should have had this review in 2024, but there was this and that and that and that. So therefore, because of that, what IEBC, because IEBC will be part of that suit, IEBC has done this and that in preparation for that, but it was not practical at that time. So the court then will say, practicality has overtaken the hard legal principle. So for this reason, we are doing this and that and that. The court has unlimited power when it is presented for purposes of interpretation of the Constitution. The High Court has unlimited power, and it has power to make all this. So I think Kenyans shouldn't worry too much about this. I know legislators, first of all, you know, the rumors have started, there's a plan to extend 7 years, you know, which is horrible. I saw it in some of our Tana River WhatsApp groups, and I immediately say it is horrible. If that was the case, you know, nobody would be bothered about hitting the ground now. But people are hitting the ground. Everybody is on the ground, slowly building to a crescendo in the next 2 years. It is not right to start creating stories and bringing tensions when there's nothing. Nobody wants to stay beyond 5 years, I'm telling you. Nobody wants. We want to have that election.
Senator, surely,
no.
You say you speak for everyone, and they say
I speak for myself.
No one wants to go beyond 5 years.
No, I'm telling you, I speak for myself, and I consider one of the people who is reasonable, and most members are reasonable. People want renewed mandate. Because when I stand to speak for Tana River, everybody knows in 5 years I can't speak for Tana River. So I need a renewed mandate. If I stand up now, after 5 years, I'm speaking on whose mandate? I want a renewed mandate, you get. So everybody wants that election. But see, this is because maneno zimeanza kuingia doubts and whatever. So I want to assure Kenyans that on behalf of most of us, or all of us, we cannot go beyond 5 years. And then we are not opposed to the IEBC doing the redistribution of the constituency boundaries, but sometimes the challenges are real. And I want to say this, in the US now, they have also the same problems. You know, if you've been following CNN and you know, the other news channel, they will tell you that there is a very big push and pull between their state house, that is the White House, and the Congress, because there's proposed increase of congressional districts, which we call constituencies here. And you know, they have also set a maximum of 435. Yeah. But everybody knows that since that time up to now, the population of the US has more than tripled. So there's need to change the congressional districts, you know, the boundaries. But it is not possible because of what they fear they call gerrymandering. There are areas that they know, this, if we increased by 1, then the Republicans will have you know, an advantage. And the areas they know, if we increase by 1, Democrats will have an advantage. So everybody is fighting. And Trump is saying, we must. In some states are saying, we are not going to, governors in some states are saying, we are not going to do the redistribution. We are not rewriting the congressional districts. So we are not unique. These things happen where this system is.
Right.
And I'm urging Kenyans, focus on renewal of the mandate. The IEBC will do its work within the practical limitation.
And I think everyone is just trying to understand this constitution. 15 years on, when Kiplagat, we've not been able to amend even a single comma or full stop. Do you think it's going to be easy?
I don't know kama William Ruto amesha realize ya kwamba he is going to win election ama he is going to fail to win election in 2027. I don't know kama William Ruto amerealize kitu moja kati ya hizo. Na ndio maana ameamua anataka ku extend limit terms. So now tunaangalia venye huyo lawyer ameweza kupigwa marisasi in Nairobi County, imeexposiwa na Citizen TV. Sikiza.
And we are returning to the breaking news of the evening, where a prominent city lawyer has been shot dead along Magadi Road. According to police, the lawyer was trailed by border riders before being shot multiple times. The assailants then fled the scene on a motorbike. Investigators say they are working to establish both the motive and the suspects behind this heinous act. The lawyer had over 29 years of experience and previously served in the political party's disputes tribunal. Detectives remain at the scene, gathering leads and additional information. Let us now join our reporter Ben Kirui, who is on the scene. Ben, good evening. What can you tell us so far from that location?
Well, a very good evening to you, Sam Gituku, back in studio. We are right at the scene where the assassination incident occurred right here when the city lawyer was leaving the city center for home, and when two border rider emerged and shot the city lawyer, whom currently we cannot say his name because we understand that the family is yet to be informed of the incident, but the scene has already been processed and the body of the city lawyer has been taken to the home. So the vehicle that he was using was taken for Angata police station, and what the police are said, they are yet to of the suspect motive, but detectives who spoke to us right here at the scene, they are saying that they are treating the matter as a targeted killing. It is an active investigation that is starting immediately. The OCPD confirmed to us that they are going to be possibly tracing or checking the CCTV footage, reviewing the CCTV footage along Langata Road, because it is believed that the suspect came from that end of the Langata Road, trailing the city lawyer to this place at the Magadi Road and killing him instantly. We have been told that he was shot only once. And the police are also still trying to understand the motive of the incident. But right now, what we can tell you at the moment is that the scene has been processed already, and the body of the city lawyer taken to the Lee funeral home, and also the car that he was using has been moved to Langata, or towed to Langata police station. And also we understand that he was shot at around 5:40 p.m. as he was leaving for home. So that is the much we can say, and also it is an incident that has caused or disrupted the traffic flow of this area. The section was temporarily closed as the processing of the scene was ongoing, but right now the cars have not been allowed to move, but the traffic disruption has been major since then at 5:40 or around 5:40 p.m. thereabouts. Sam Gituku, that is what we can tell you. At the moment, we are still trying to talk to maybe possibly the people who witnessed the incident, so that we can also compile a comprehensive report to just paint a picture of what happened. Sam.
Ben Kirui for that, reporting to us live from the scene of the incident or the crime on Magadi Road in Karen. And we can now reveal to you that the lawyer in question is Chalo Mbobu, who has over 29 years of experience. He once served at the political party's disputes tribunal as a chairperson, and of course he has been very active as an advocate of the High Court, has also been a board member of the Institute of Directors Kenya, and he has extensive expertise in in law, governance, arbitration, and mediation to advance, of course, the institute that he was working at. Chalo Mbobu, very experienced in matters of law. He was also a lecturer at the University of Nairobi School of Law and the Kenya School of Law. That is, University of Nairobi School of Law and the Kenya School of Law, where he had been teaching the legal practice on governance, alternative dispute resolution. He held a Bachelor of Laws with honors and a Master of Laws from Georgetown University, and complemented by his status as a Certified Public Secretary of Kenya, CPSK, and other qualifications were that he was a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators and also was very active on matters of governance in the country. What we can report to you, Wakili Chalo Mbobu has been shot dead in Karen, and he was heading home. As Ben Kiri is telling us, he was on Langata Road and branched off to Magadi Road, and the police from the Langata police station are also reporting to them, informing them that they are already on the matter, looking for the CCTV footage along the road to really establish who the assailants were as they get to the bottom of that matter. We understand that the body has already been moved from the scene of the crime, and of course you can see the very many people that are milling around that area as Ben Kirui was speaking to us. Those are the live pictures of what you will see, the situation on Magadi Road, and Ben Kirui is still there. As soon as we have more information, we'll be sure to bring it to you on the screen. Those are pictures of Chalo Mbobu during his time